Hey everyone, Ashton here with Yogi Approved, and today we're gonna learn 9 yoga poses for a perky booty. Now we've all heard about that yoga butt, and the rumors are true. There are so many poses in yoga that help to strengthen and tone your booty. So we've got the gluteus maximus, and that's the main booty muscle. We've got the gluteus medius, and that's responsible for your side butt. And then we have the gluteus minimus, which creates that lift. So these 9 poses are just a small sampling of all the poses that yoga has to offer to help you with your finer assets. So let's get started. All right, so joining me on your mat, you're gonna come into goddess pose. So you can step long ways to the mat. You wanna take about a 3 or 4 foot stance depending on your height, and then sink down nice and low. Now you wanna get low enough to where you feel your booty engage. So get down nice and low, challenge yourself here, and then take a look down at your knees. Notice if they're caving inward. Try to press them back to the outer blades of your feet. Now from there, engage your glutes, so really lift and strengthen through the butt, and then we're gonna bring the hands into the side body. So try to sink down a little bit lower, and if it helps, you can gently shift the weight from side to side a little bit. That might help you sink down just an extra inch or so. So you can stay here. As you're holding this pose, you're immediately going to feel the burn and the challenge, which is good. Now, if you wanna take it a step further, what we're gonna do is we are going to lift the right heel. Slowly lower it down, and then we'll lift the opposite side. Good, so now we're working into the calves as well, but all of this is challenging your stability, strengthening, and also improving your endurance. So stay with me here. Doing awesome, maybe sink down a little lower right at the end. You got it, one last time to each side. And then after this final lift, we're gonna come back through center. We'll lift high onto the balls of your feet, and then maybe sink down just a centimeter lower for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Slowly plant the heels, hands to your hips, straightening into the legs, turning to face the front of the mat and pivoting onto the ball of your back foot, coming into crescent pose. Now crescent pose, you want to sink down low, aligning your front knee over your front ankle as we work again into the gluteus maximus, which is the main muscle of your booty. So keep those muscles engaged. For a little more, we can take knee dips by dropping the back knee down and then straightening it out. You can pull the arms down with it to get your arms engaged here. And we'll go for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to crescent, we'll bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna shift all the way into our right leg as we lift into warrior 3. Now for warrior 3, you want your left leg extended out nice and long with your left toes pointing straight down. And this is now working into your gluteus maximus once more. If you'd like a little more challenge, you can extend your arms out long. And wherever you are, we're gonna stay there for 3, 2, and 1. Transitioning now into Ardha Chandrasana, right hand down, left arm lifting, as you work to stack your left hip on top of your right, balancing crescent moon. This is also strengthening through the core, so you can challenge your core strength a little more by trying to lift your right fingertips up off the mat. Take one final breath here. And then we're gonna slowly drop your left hip down, palms plant for standing splits. And so the goal in your standing splits is to lift your lifted leg as high as you can as you draw your forehead in towards your shin. And we're working in to the gluteus maximus here. Now a little challenge here, you can grab your ankle with one of your hands for a little extra balance work. Good. And then from there, we'll plant the palms. We're gonna take ourselves through a little Shiva squat. So bending your front knee, back knee comes to meet it. Inhale, lift and extend. And I really like this flow because it really helps you isolate and focus on your glutes. Now from here, one more time in, we'll extend that left leg long, and then we're gonna plant it all the way into a low runner's lunge. Palms planted, we're gonna take a jump switch. So we're gonna jump the left foot up as we switch your right foot back. And here we are for side 2, coming into crescent pose. And then we'll take ourselves through the knee dips on side 2, lifting and lowering with control. You wanna try to keep your glutes engaged here so you can feel them as you lift and lower. And last one, we'll meet in crescent pose, hands through heart center as we lift to warrior 3. Now remember that you want to keep both of your legs straight and strong. Right leg is lifted high, so notice if you drop it down, you're going to lose that engagement of your glutes. So lift it high. Final expression if you want for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back through center, Ardha Chandrasana from here. Right arm lifted high, right leg straight and strong. And then we'll slowly bring the right hand down, kicking the right leg high, and coming into standing splits. If you took that balance challenge on the first side, you can do so here for side 2. Wherever you are, we'll bring the left hand back down to the mat for our squats on side 2. Bend the front knee, back knee comes to meet it, and then inhale, lift and extend. Take yourself through a few series of these. Last one here. And then this time, we're gonna bring that right foot next to the left. Step your feet hip width distance apart. Deep bend into your knees as we sweep the fingertips up and into a low chair pose. Weights in your heels here, and then you wanna lift your heart up and forward. Good. Taking it through a little chair flow, we're gonna slowly rise to standing, and then we're gonna sink back down. Slowly inhale, and exhale, lower with control. One more time to standing. The next time that you're in chair pose, we're gonna try to sink down a little bit lower and work to hold it here. Stick your booty out, lift your heart forward, and stay for 3, 2, and 1. We'll slowly rise all the way up through standing. Hands come through heart center, and fold. Take a little breather. Take a little halfway lift with your inhale. And exhale, fold deeper. Let it go as we prepare to move into our floor series. All right, well that brings us to our floor series. So come on down, meet me on your mat, and we're just gonna come onto the seat. So as you're ready, coming onto the seat and extending your legs out long, the first pose that we'll be doing is reverse plank. So getting into this pose, we'll start in Dandasana, staff pose, and then you're gonna plant your palms about 6 inches behind your seat. And as you're ready, press into the palms, lift your hips high, and then press the bottoms of your feet down towards the mat. Now gaze is up at the ceiling. You wanna really squeeze your glutes here. We're working into the gluteus medius here. So keep everything engaged, hips lifted high, keep breathing here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until you feel that burn. We'll stay for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down with control. Great job. And then we're just gonna plant the feet a little bit closer to our seat as we come onto the back for bridge pose. So first things first, make sure that your feet stay facing forward. And then as we lower onto the back, you just wanna make sure that the heels are close enough to your seat so that you can touch them. So you might have to adjust the feet a little bit like I did. And then knees are hip width distance apart. You're gonna lift the hips towards the ceiling. Now, as soon as you do that, I like to make a fist beneath my seat, and this fist gives me leverage to lift my hips higher. So really, really squeeze your glutes here. You're working in to the gluteus minimus here, which is responsible for giving you that lift. So stay right where you are, chin gently tucked to the chest, keep breathing. Keep those hips lifted high, and then keep your glutes engaged. And from there, we're gonna release the fist with your arms out to the side. We're gonna take it through a little bridge flow. So we'll slowly lower seat down, and then inhale, lift, and squeeze. Exhale, slowly lower. You're doing a great job. Stay with it, inhaling to lift, and exhaling to lower. Almost there, one more time. And this time we're gonna hold it up at the top. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep those glutes working. We're gonna go for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down one vertebra at a time. Nice job. Now from here, we're gonna grab the back of the thighs and just roll up and down the spine a couple times. So you're massaging out your spine, and ultimately we're transitioning onto our bellies. So you can roll yourself all the way up across the legs and jump back, or you can make your way there however you'd like. We're gonna slowly lower down through a chaturanga push-up all the way down to the mat. From there, we'll prepare for Dhanurasana or bow pose. So you're gonna bend your knees for this, and you wanna start off with your knees as close as you can together. From there, reach back and grab onto the outer blades of your feet or your ankles. And again, bring the knees as close as you can to start, chin to the mat. And with your inhale, we're gonna lift and kick. So your heart shining forward, you wanna keep lifting through the feet. You wanna engage those glutes. Gluteus minimus at work here, working on that booty lift. Inhale, lift and kick. Keep everything engaged for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. You can take a quick break, just bringing the forearms down to the mat, resting your forehead on top. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And we'll move on to our final floor pose, which is locust pose. So again, you want to bring the feet together, feet to touch here. This time, chin to the mat, hands interlaced behind your back. Exhale your breath out and use your inhale. We're going to lift and kick. So you want to lift through the feet. You want to lift through your gaze. Inhale, lift and kick higher. And exhale, slowly release the legs down. Release the grip of your hands, planting them beneath your shoulders. And we'll press up and back to a child's pose. Take some deep rounds of inhalations and exhalations here. Inhale through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. You are welcome to stay in your child's pose Shavasana as long as you would like. It's good to take at least a few moments there to let your body relax, recalibrate, and really receive all those strengthening benefits for your booty. All right, everyone, thank you again so much for joining me. My name is Ashton with YogiApproved.com, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on all of our latest yoga tutorials.